how to fix 5 mistakes to grow your glutes during the squat. Butt wink, knee cave in, hip goes first, breathing and legs distance. The point here is not only by developing your glutes, because when you're doing your squats wrong, you can get hurt. You can get hurt your knees, your lower back, your hip. And also, when you don't develop your glutes, you put more strain to your knees and your lower back. It's not about only developing your glutes, but also don't develop injuries, because when you put more strain to your knees, when you walk, when you run, for example, you're going to develop injuries. That's why you need to do the squat correctly to develop it and also to do not get injured, okay? So the first mistake that we're gonna take a look, we're gonna go like straight to the point. It's the butt wink. So what's that basically? The butt wink, it's when your pelvis posterior rotate when you go down. For example, when you're squatting, after a certain point, according with your levels of mobility, your pelvis, this part over here, will start to posterior rotate, which is that your butt will go in. So you kind of lose the curve on your lower back, and then you start to put strain on your lower back and your glutes stop working. All the lower that you're holding here now, it's going to your lower back. So the butt weakens that when your pelvis posterior rotate when you squat, which is this. Can you guys watch that? See my pelvis. When I'm squatting, after more or less here, you can see I'm losing the curve on my lower back. So maybe you start losing yours when you're here. So maybe there. It's depends each person, but the point is you need to understand what is that and how to fix that. Most of the times your pelvis posterior rotate because you don't have enough ankle mobility. What is that? Your ankle mobility allows your leg to drive forward as you go down, doing this movement here. So when you squat, you need to have mobility here on your calves. That involves your ankle joint to allow your knees to drive forward without getting your heels out of the ground. So when you don't have this mobility here, your body do not allow you to fall. It start to compensate with your pelvis and then pull your pelvis in, and then you don't fall. Because if your body doesn't do that and then you try to go down without mobility here, you're gonna end up falling because you don't have mobility to move your legs forward. So it's kind of protection that your body have to make sure you're gonna go down and not fall. So the point here, you need to understand how to fix that. Because if you're squatting, have your butt going wink, you will develop injury on your lower back. Most of you start having some lower back pain after squats. I see a lot. After you've done your set of squats, start to have a lot of burning in this area over here. Most likely it's because of that. If you don't fix that, later on you will develop some disc herniation, okay? So how we can fix that? The first stretch that we're gonna do is gonna be for the calves. Keep your legs apart, about size of your shoulders. Keep your feet straight. You can place your hands anywhere. You're gonna do a big step back, holding your feet straight. Keep your legs apart. Don't step in like that. Legs apart. Keep your feet straight. Press your heel back on the ground. Slightly bend your front knee. Align your whole body, and then you hold. You're gonna start to feeling the stretch on your back calves. When you stretch, the point is connect your brain to the muscle. What is that? Close your eyes, breathe deep and slow, and connect your brain to your calves. As you exhale, try to stretch a little bit more. If you feel a lot of tension on your calf, don't try to stretch more. Just control your breathing. When you feel that you released the tension on your calves, and then you try to go even more, okay? You can do that by increasing the distance between the legs and by bending your front knee, but don't get your heel out of the ground. You're gonna hold for at least for 30 seconds on this position. Let me do like from the back. Let's say you're here. Don't let your heel go in. Keep your heel straight like that. Your whole body aligned. And then you hold for around 30 seconds. At least 30 seconds. If you hold more, better. Do 2 sets on each leg. And you can grab anything to give you balance. Keep your legs about shoulder apart. Keep your heels slightly out, your toes slightly out. Open your hip by doing that. And then drive your knees out. Go as far as you can, hold your heel on the ground. You can grab on anything on the wall, anything to give you balance. And then you're gonna hold for around 30 seconds. Don't allow your knee to cave in. Keep your knee out. Your knee will try to go in. Go as far as you can, keeping your heel on the ground, okay? And then you hold it. So you don't have this mobility that I have, of course, you just stop where you can. You could use the wall, for example, like just to give you an idea, can be anywhere, okay? The point is, open your hip, drive your knees out, grab somewhere to give you balance. Don't relax your knee in. Your knee must be out, back firm, and then you hold. If this is your limit, that's fine, okay? The point is, keep your heel on the ground because we increase mobility here on your ankle joint. So it will help. But the main thing is your shoes. What happened with this type of shoes here? They are very short here. They got the heels elevate. When you have the heels elevate, you spend your whole day with your heels elevate and your calves on a short position. That's why your calves get encurtated, because you spend the whole day with your heels elevate. It's kinda, you got a high heels on your feet whole day and your calves get short. That's why you don't have ankle mobility. Those type of shoes, they are very short here. What's the thing here? So our toes is supposed to be spread apart, okay? Not like this. But you don't have room when you have this type of shoes, so automatically you gotta do that. Your feet stay like that, all together, your toes don't have enough room. And also, when you wear those type of shoes, you don't feel the ground when walking. What's the point here? When you are walking and you're feeling the ground, you are activating some sensors on your feet, some muscles on your feet as well. When you're using these shoes here, they got some cushion inside. Most of the times they are too thick here, and then they are too comfy inside the shoes, and then you don't activate your sensors and your muscles on your feet. It's like you have gloves on your hands throughout the whole day. So you will little by little start to lose the feeling of your hands, and your muscles here will be weak. That's why many of you, when you walk, suddenly you twist your ankle because you don't have any feet stability. If you really want to squat better, and also not only that, prevent yourself to develop injuries on ankle, knee, back, you name it, you need to change your shoes to barefoot shoes. This type of shoes here, they are wider here, so you have more space to have your toes. If your toes are like that together, you have less stability on your body. When your toes is spread apart, you have more stability on your body. So simple like that. And then they are flat, the heels are not elevated, so your calves don't stay in a short position throughout the whole day. They are very flexible. When you use this type of shoes, you feel the ground when you walk. You literally can feel the ground. But it's a good thing because you are activating some muscles on your feet, which is very important to give you stability to your whole body. So the main thing is change your shoes, because if you do the things that I'm teaching here today, but don't change your shoes, nothing's gonna change, okay? That's why many people ended up hurting knees, back, the whole body, because most of the times they type of shoes. The brand, this one, it's Vivo, okay? You guys can search on Google, called Vivo shoes, V-I-V-O shoes. How do you know if you have the butt wink? You gotta film yourself. Film yourself from the side, and then you see. Where is your butt wink? So if you go all the way down, you might see here, I'm losing the curve on my lower back, so you just gotta film yourself, and then you see where your butt will wink. And then you stop before. Respect the mobility that you have right now while you develop and improve your mobility by doing these two exercises here. Okay, so let's see the next one. Knee cave in. When you squat and your knee go slightly in, or sometimes go too much. Can be only a little bit, like that. Or sometimes can be like this. Sometimes people do this when they coming back. Okay, no matter if you're doing that going down or when you're coming back, okay? How do you fix that? Everything starts from the ground, okay? From your feet. The first thing, your knee can be caved in because of the type of shoes that I just showed you. After a while, you start to losing the arch on your feet. You don't have stability here, your muscles don't work properly, and you ended up having your feet flat on the ground. So when you have your feet flat on the ground, when you squat, you don't have nothing here to sustain the body, and then your knee go in like that. You need to learn how to engage your feet muscles. So when you step here, you must have this curve over here. But if you don't have it, you need to engage the muscles here. Let's say your feet is flat on the ground. You need to engage those muscles here and create an arch on your feet to keep that during the squat. So you're gonna force to create this arch over here. Again, if you don't change the type of shoes that you wear daily, nothing's gonna change. It's not the shoes to work out, but the shoes that you use on your daily things, okay? So the first point is this, keep the arch on your feet. The second point, you're gonna get a little bend. You're gonna keep the bend right there, close to your feet. I want you to do this. Drive your leg out by opening your hip. So your whole body here, starting from the hip, go down to your feet, you need to open out. Open out, keep the tension on the bend. As you go down, you must keep the tension as you squat. If you lose the tension, your knee will cave in. So it will help to activate the right muscles from your glutes to your feet to keep your knee out as you go down, as you go up, okay? So if you lose the tension on the band, you will cave the knee in. By using this band, will help you to create awareness to your brain on how to address the issue and how to strengthen these muscles during the squat. Some people use the band here up on the knees, which I mean, it's not wrong, but the point is, most of the times when you have the bend here, you only think about your glutes by doing that, open the hip, and sometimes you don't open your feet as you should. You just move your hip here. By using down there, it's easier for you to think about the whole leg, not only on your glutes here. That's how you fix the knee cave in. We're already here. We're gonna see now the hip goes first. Let me get a bar here. So we talk about the squats, can be anything, can be with dumbbells, can be with the bar, can be on the machine, on the Smith machine, you name it, okay? So let's see the next mistake, your hip goes up first. Could be a dumbbell here, anything. What happens when you squat and then you shoot back your hip first and then you bring your torso. Gonna do it again. So you squat, and then when it's time to go up, you do this. You shoot your hip back, and then you bring it to your torso. When you do that, watch again. Here, who's gonna have to do the strength to lift you now? Your lower back, and then you do this. You shoot your hip first, and then you lift now the weight with your lower back. So that's how you mess up your lower back really bad, okay? The squat exercise, you need to coordinate the movement with your knees, hip and torso working as a single unit. Why is that? You can't disconnect one from another. Those are gotta work together. You can shoot your hip first and then your body. You need to keep your chest out. Think about your body work as a single unit. It's all connected, and then you go straight up with your whole body together. By holding your chest up, help you to have this idea. When you're down here, you must go straight up, okay? Film yourself. If you are shooting your hip first, doing that, and then you lifting the bar like that, it's the cause that you have in lower back pain. And what's the problem here? Many people don't know that, and then they start to using belts. When you're using belts, you're just kind of trying to make up some problem, but you're not going to the origin of the problem. You might feel good, you might not feel as much pain, but the problem is you're still doing something wrong. What happens is your lower back, your discs, they are very strong. They can repeatedly do the wrong things for a set amount of years. But one day, you will develop a disc herniation. Maybe in 5, 10, 15 years, depending on each of you. The point is, you will develop injury. That's why you need to be aware of this, because otherwise you're gonna keep squatting, and one day, when suddenly you do this, you're gonna grab some pain on the ground, anything, and then you're gonna lock up. You're gonna not able to move anymore, and then when you see, it's too late to fix that. Little pain on your workout, it's already your body telling something. When you're working out legs, not supposed to feel your lower back burning, okay? You train your legs, your glutes. You must feel your legs, your glutes burning, not your lower back. When you finish your workout, you're feeling a lot of pain, a lot of tension on your lower back muscles, you need to watch out. You're most likely doing something wrong. The squat exercise, it's the one that people most get injured, okay? The second one is the bench press. The first one is the squat exercise. It's a great exercise when you do that properly, okay? So, to fix the hip goes first, you need to keep your chest up, engage, and then you go straight up with your whole body together. Again, film yourself from the side, it's easy for you to see what you're doing wrong. And just think about this, your whole body is connected. You can't shoot your hip back first and then go to your body second. Let's see now the fourth one, the breathing. When you go down, not breathing correctly, you ended up collapsing your body during the squat. Can be on your upper back, middle back, or lower back. When you go down not breathing correctly, you suddenly are going down and then you start to kind of collapse your body in some part. Sometimes you don't even see that, but you're collapsing the lower back or sometimes the upper back. Why it's happening? Most likely because not breathing correctly. When you squat, think about this. Below here, there is a tank of water. When you go down, you can't breathe, okay? You will inhale first, think about this. This is a tank of water. You can't breathe lower than that. You're gonna do a deep inhale here. You only breathe above here. Again, deep inhale. When you inhale, you create a lot of stability on your spine by decompressing your spine and increasing the stability on your whole body, okay? I want you guys to do this. Put your hands here, fingers here on your belly. When you breathe in to squat, you need to expand laterally your abs. This part over here gotta expand laterally, gotta grow, okay? So inhale by expanding here. You need to create some pressure, intra-abdominal pressure here, which is that increasing the size of your belly here, it will give stability to your spine. Again, put your things here. You're not gonna do chest breathing, okay? You need to expand, you need to grow this part of your body. So when you inhale, it's gotta grow. This is the bracing technique that will give the support to your spine, okay? This is the most important thing when you're squatting. Other than that, you can really break down your spine. You can hurt so bad when you breathe correctly, okay? Again, so you can practice by doing that. Fingers on your belly, and then just breathing, expand, and then release. Breathe in. You guys must learn how to breathe. Mean to breathe like, don't do like weak breath like. When you don't bring enough oxygen to your body can produce less strength because your muscle need oxygen to produce strength. By breathing more, breathing strong can produce more strength, okay? So, again, think about this. You got a tank of water here. Below than that, you can't breathe. You're gonna do the breathing. You only exhale here. Again, here it's water. You can't breathe. That's it. That's how you breathe when you're squatting. Again, no matter if you're doing with the bar or dumbbell or the machine, no matter how, use this breathing technique, you're gonna give a lot of stability to your spine, okay? You're not gonna break down when you're squatting if you breathe correctly. The last one is the legs distance. How you guys should place your legs, right? Gotta be here, 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 there. So when you place your legs too close, and your feet straight, your hips stay closed. You don't allow your hip to get the most of the mobility here. You can't go too low because your hip is closed. There is no room to your bones to work properly, okay? So when your legs is too close here, you're not gonna be able to go too far down. And then 99% of you, when you have your legs too close, you're gonna need a lot of mobility on your calves. But most of you don't have that. As soon as you try to go down, your heel will come out of the floor. Some of you place your legs too wide. We have some variations on the legs here. We have the sumo squat. So the bottom line here, you need to learn how to align your body. When you open your legs too much here, and then you try to go down, you can't keep your knees out. Your knees start to cave in. So what's the right here? The majority of you will get the most range of motion. The majority of you, like 99% of you, will get the most of the mobility when you keep your legs about shoulder apart. And you always need to keep your toes slightly out, just to give you release stress on your knee joint, okay? Because your kneecap is not straight, it's angled a little bit out, okay? You need just to align to your kneecap a little bit, okay? Because if you keep your feet straight, you're gonna put a lot of strain on your knees. So slide, open your toes about, shoulders apart, and then you got the best distance for most of you. For example, if you wanna do the sumo variation, right? You will step a little wider than that, keep your toes out. As you go down, you need to maintain your knees aligned to your toes. You can't have your knees cave in. When you step too wide, you try to do that, you can't because you don't got that mobility for that. So you're gonna test to see what's the maximum distance that you can open your legs and your toes. If you wanna do the sumo squat, it can vary for each person according with your levels of mobility, the size of your bone. But the thing is, if you understand that, you're gonna learn no matter what's your case. As you go down, you drive your knees toward to your toes, okay? So again, don't keep your legs too close. Good start point is shoulder apart, toes slide out, okay? That's the best distance for many of you to start to squatting. I hope you guys understood this. If not, just let me know. By learning that, how to fix that, you will have a way better squat, develop your glutes, and to prevent develop injuries, okay? Thank you so much. You guys know every day I have new videos here on my channel. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you and bye bye.